How excited are you for your first NFL game coming up in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I feel really excited. Just ready to go out there. In Carolina, go up against those guys. I'm excited for I know a couple of them on the team. So yeah, that's really all I can say is I'm excited.
Difficult to not get any preseason action for you?
I don't think so. Obviously, I wish I would have been healthy to go, but that's in the past now. I mean, I feel ready to go regardless. Um, first game coming up, so I mean, like I said, I'm excited.
What were you able to do to make sure that you didn't lose anything with that time off?
Yeah, definitely lots and lots of rehab, a whole lot of treatment to make sure this doesn't happen again. Beginning or mid-season. And also on top of that, just doing a whole lot of conditioning. Play sims too. Like 30 to 40 plays each day. Similar to what they're doing out there on the practice field. So really just conditioning and keep my mind right in the film and stuff like that.
Forgive me for not knowing. Had you dealt with anything like that at USC?
Shoulder wise, no, this is my first time dealing with that.
When you couldn't get the reps and you were sitting out, was there anyone you leaned on, any veteran here that took you under your wing?
No, yeah, definitely. Looking at GVR, McGovern too, even Dan Feeney who was in front of me, just looking at how he played. On top of that, really like Morgan Moses, pretty much all the guys. I just try to talk to all the guys, watching film and everything like that. So mentally, I was always dialed in.
Panthers have a pretty good defensive line. That's going to basically be the key. Whoever wins that battle between the Jets and the Panthers. So, what are some things that you all have to do to match up well with their defensive line?
I think the main thing, is physicality. That's what it always is up front. Like you said, whoever dominates that, whoever wins the trenches, usually wins the game. So that's pretty much it. And obviously, we go game plan for them, everything like that. But I think physicality is the biggest thing.
Were you frustrated at all when you weren't able to practice? Like how did you handle it mentally?
Yeah, I think every athlete gets frustrated, when they get hurt. Just seeing everybody out there in the field being able to get those physical and mental reps in hurt. But, like I said, it is what it is. I was still taking the mental reps, looking at everybody, looking at all the film. But, now I'm out there. So, I feel good. I'm excited.
What do you like most about the system?
I like how it just spreads out the defense, how it gets the defensive line tired. Outside zone, they don't like running at all. Side to side is a whole lot of running they got to do. So it definitely opens up holes for the running backs and also, allows Zach, it allows the linebackers, come up and fill those holes, so Zach could just start dicing up the secondary. So, those are things I like.
How important was communication and kind of learning tendencies of the guys like Makai and like Connor and during OTAs and minicamp and even early on in training camp, and for you to be at this point and not feel behind in that sense where you kind of have that connection with the tendencies and with the other guys?
Yeah, well, I think I'm answering your question right. So, like, in OTAs, like, we were all with each other. It was great communicating. I guess what you're asking is, like, being able to get those live reps in with them.
Right, just kind of knowing how the other guys
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So being able to do that in OTAs was good. And then a little bit, early on in fall camp as well. But then, like I said before, I was always taking mental reps. Always looking at film with McGovern and them in the film session. Taking as many notes down as I can. So when I come back, I'm not taking any false steps or anything like that. I'm right where I should be. And I feel like that too.
A lot of the focus obviously is on Zach as, number 2 pick.
Yeah.
You're a first round pick too. Do you feel some pressure, responsibility to be a solid piece of this offensive line right off the bat?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say I feel the pressure, but that my mindset, that's just how I am. They picked me for a reason, to come in, start, and dominate. So, that's all I can, pretty much do is come in and work like I do every day. So, it's not a whole lot of pressure. Zach being number 2, picking all that too, like I don't really be thinking about that. If anything, I kind of like it. I'm kind of like a low-key dude. I like being in the spotlight all the time. Like I said, I just come in and do my thing.
I know it's a different position, but does it give you any confidence? Like Makai came in and played probably the hardest position on the offensive line really well as a rookie.
Yeah.
Does that, do anything for you?
What do you mean by that? Like,
Like he had success as a rookie, so like, you feel like if you can come in and have some
Yeah.
success as a rookie as offensive lineman.
yeah, well, I mean, playing next to him, I mean, that's gonna be great for me. Play next to center like McGovern too. Like I said, I just come in and do my thing. There's really no pressure to me. I've been doing this, since I first started playing football. I don't, try and think about the future. I always just stay in the present, just stay humble.
So when you're studying the defensive line, you're preparing game plan, things of that nature. What do you specifically look for when it comes to figuring out who you're going to be blocking? Like what type of technique? Like just from, I guess, an exo standpoint, what are you looking for to see how to block that specific guy?
Well, I think first when you look at the whole D line, I see if they, come straight off the ball, or if them are read type of guys off the ball. That's the first thing I look at. Individually, it's more of like hand placement. What they like to do with their hands. See a lot of defensive guys or defensive linemen working on their hands now. More than ever. And also, the way they line up, which was back. Just little things like that. And it really just depends on the individual. Everybody kind of has their own thing. Some people like bull rush. Some people like I said, just swipe and do all that. Those are kind of like the main things.
So when you see a defensive, what's your approach first when you see a defensive line trying to read and when he's just shooting straight up?
Well, that's the thing about this offense. We come off the ball, so you could come out, you could shoot off the ball, you could read. To us, it really don't matter. As long as we come off the ball and we make first contact, we got our technique good. It shouldn't even matter. So.